We gave up trying to manage our kids' screen time. It always ended in fights. That's what one parent told me, and I've heard versions of that over and over. If keeping your kids off certain apps feels like a constant battle, you are not alone. Did you know 70% of teens hide what they do online from their parents? No wonder we feel overwhelmed. My wife is a university professor who spent nearly 10 years studying media's impact on families. We've seen firsthand how problematic smartphone use can hurt kids. Research links it to higher anxiety, depression, sleep problems. You've probably heard a lot of this. We started talking to other parents, and it was like hitting repeat on the very same story. We tried all the same screen time rules, but eventually just gave up. It always turned into huge fights. My kids are smart. They found ways around every restriction I set. The sneaking around got so bad. The burner phones and the secret accounts. We finally just removed all the limits. Parents, you're not all to blame here. We are dealing with a new challenge. We were never taught how to deal with this. And the old approach isn't working. See, most solutions out there focus on one thing: restrictions. Apps or dumb phones that block this or limit that. But as research and our experience showed, restrictions alone weren't working. Why? Because they ignore human nature. Kids, and especially teens, they crave independence. It's a very normal part of growing up, and if we only focus on locking things down, we accidentally can set up this power struggle. We take away their freedom, and then they push back to regain it. We realize parents didn't need yet another tool to control screens. What we need is a better way to coach our kids through this, and many of us need to coach ourselves. So a couple years ago, we tried a different approach. We built an online course to help our family and other families build healthy screen time habits together. And it had some great info, and it worked for a lot of families. But for others, it was just really hard to put into practice. So we asked ourselves, what if this whole system could just run in the background? What if we could basically do screen time parenting for you automatically? Well, fast forward, we took that methodology from the course and then designed an app. It's called Smartphone Ready. And think of it as your personal parenting assistant for screen time. It takes care of the tedious parts, setting limits, filtering content, and then adapting those rules as your kids get older, all automatically. Essentially, Smartphone Ready does screen time for you, so you can stop policing and get back to, being a parent. So remember those constant fights and sneaky workarounds, but with this new approach, we're aiming to end that cycle. Instead of you versus your kid, it becomes you and your kid on the same team versus the real problem, which is unhealthy screen habits. Now, before I show you how the app works, stick around for part 2 of this series. In the next video, we'll dive into why typical phone restrictions backfire and how our approach is a little bit different. If you're a parent who cares about how your kids manage tech, follow us and consider joining the waitlist at SmartphoneReady.app. The app isn't quite ready for download yet, but by signing up, you'll be the first to know when it goes live. And we would love your support as we gear up for the launch.